The question is, shall the bill pass? The chair recognizes Representative Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have no doubt whatsoever that this bill is well-intentioned, and I work in the court system as well. I have the similar respect for our guardians ad litem and our folks doing the work of CASA. But I'm troubled by some of the language here, and the prior speeches didn't touch on this. I've reviewed the committee testimony. This did not really come up in any of the witness testimony. Folks, if you look at the language, it's on page 17. This has nothing to do with guardians ad litem, nothing to do with CASA. There is an existing offense for intimidation of public officials. This bill expands that criteria. It used to say that you could only be prosecuted for hindering a public official in their duties. Now it's on line 17. We're going to say you can be prosecuted for abusing, threatening, or harassing any public official in the discharge of their duties. Now, I would agree we shouldn't be abusing or threatening public officials in the course of their duties. But harassment? I would argue that that's a problematic change. Harassment is not defined in this bill. And I would suspect that if you surveyed all the public officials in our state and asked them what they think the standard is for harassment, we would get a wide variety of results and a lot of different standards. In just the last 6 months, members of this body have been routinely subjected to taunts, jeers, expletives from demonstrators as we walk through the hallways in the course of discharging our public duties. In the course of discharging our public duties, we get phone calls, emails, have interactions at public meetings that feature other expletives, taunts, jeers, and other insults. Now, I don't think that any public official enjoys being harassed, but the penalty in this bill for harassing a public official is a third-degree felony, folks. A felony for violating some amorphous standard for harassing a public official. Now, even if you say, well, don't worry, our prosecutors are going to weed out all these frivolous claims and we won't charge people with harassment, this bill also says, under existing law, that the public official can bring a civil action against their own constituents and get their attorney's fees paid. Now again, maybe you say, I've got a thick skin, I wouldn't sue my constituents for harassment, but I would ask us to consider whether we have that much confidence in every other public official in the state of Ohio. Do you trust cooler heads to prevail at every school board meeting, every township zoning hearing, and every city council meeting? I've got strong concerns. The details of these bills matter. I have no doubt that this is well-intentioned, but we cannot rely on courts to clean up problematic language for us. We are living in some very charged political times. I do not believe we should be adopting legislation that paves the way, however well-intentioned, to make that worse. And unfortunately, I'm voting no and would urge a no vote as well.